Imagine this: a product you welded, a structure you built, suddenly fails. The consequences? Catastrophic. We're talking potential injuries, lawsuits, even bankruptcies. For far too many companies, a weld failure is the ultimate wake-up call, exposing deep cracks in their welding operations. It happens all the time. Companies operating under the dangerous assumption that nothing has ever failed before, using it to justify a shocking lack of quality control. But this mindset is a ticking time bomb. Shortcuts always catch up, and when they do, the cost is immense. And many times it all starts with a simple workmanship issue, which at first glance is not a big deal. The experience of many welding engineers and other welding professionals shows that these catastrophic weld failures often stem from a few common shortcuts. Disregarding internal welding quality standards, just winging it without a specification for weld quality, not qualifying welding procedures, using guesswork instead of proven methods to assure sound welds, failing to qualify welders' performance, assuming welders have the skill without verification, and relying on how their welds look is a sure recipe for failure. Lacking a robust weld inspection process. No systematic checks means defects slip through. Overlooking proper welder training programs, expecting top-tier results from welders without providing continuous training. Even the best welders can get better. These aren't just minor issues, they are direct pathways to welding problems and eventual failure. When fabricators are in crisis due to a welding problem caused by a failed weldment, the first step is always weld failure analysis. It is imperative that you don't rely on guesswork or tribal knowledge. You must follow a systematic, fact-based approach to pinpoint the root cause and prevent recurrence. Start by collecting critical data and conducting interviews with everyone involved: welders, welding supervisors, quality control personnel, even owners and CEOs. Ask for key documents like the specific welding procedure used, the welder qualification record for the individual that made the weld in question, the inspection logs for the failed part, the company's quality control manual. And here's a harsh truth: many shops simply don't have these. Not only does this make identifying the root cause incredibly difficult, but in a court of law it almost guarantees liability. Even without perfect documentation, failure analysis can often reveal significant process deficiencies. For instance, the very evidence on the failed part might point to a specific mechanism, like hydrogen-induced cracking as the culprit. Understanding the failure mechanism will give you crucial clues, allowing you to outline potential root causes and remedies. Unlike trial and error, this systematic approach is rooted in science and experience. Welding is complex, with countless variables. Relying on what worked before simply doesn't cut it when dealing with different materials or difficult welding problems. That's why a systematic approach is so vital for effective weld troubleshooting. After your analysis, it is imperative that you provide a clear, comprehensive list of recommendations to fix identified deficiencies and, more importantly, prevent future weld failures. This isn't just theory, it's proven strategies for weld quality. Here are the foundational steps every company needs to take. First, develop a welding quality standard. This is your blueprint. It should clearly define minimum requirements for welding procedures, inspection, welder qualifications, and acceptance criteria. It brings order to chaos. Second, qualify welding procedures. Every single welding procedure used in production must be qualified. This ensures it consistently produces sound welds under real-world conditions. We're talking about variables like amperage, voltage, travel speed, joint details, filler metal, preheat, and post-weld heat treatment, all accounted for in a qualified welding procedure. Welding procedure development is a serious matter. It should be carried out by someone who understands the effect of welding variables, as well as a sound understanding of welding metallurgy. Although welding engineers are not the only ones that are qualified to develop procedures, they tend to be the indicated individuals to do so. Third, train and qualify welders. Even the best welding procedure is useless if your welders can't follow it. Implement robust training programs, then formally test and qualify welder performance to established welding quality standards. This is a direct investment in your weld quality. Fourth, implement a robust inspection process. A proven welding inspection process is your frontline defense. This includes visual inspections, non-destructive testing, and meticulous documentation of every step. A thorough welding inspector is invaluable here. Fifth, address specific deficiencies. Beyond these foundations, you must provide tailored instructions. For example, if you identify hydrogen-induced cracking as the mechanism for your weld failure, you will need to document the specific requirements that must be followed to prevent the same issue in the future, such as specific preheating, better material storage, controlled heat input from the welding process, and adequate post-weld heat treatment. It's about targeted solutions, not guesswork. Weld failures are not inevitable. They are, in fact, preventable. Preventing weld failures and other welding problems demands proactive steps, not reactive scrambling after a crisis. Don't wait for a welding warranty claim, a lawsuit, or a catastrophic failure to force your hand. Start now by taking the following action steps. Develop and implement a clear welding quality standard. This can be as simple as adopting a structural welding code, such as AWSD 1.1, or other applicable code as your quality standard. Properly qualify and document all your welding procedures. And critically, train and qualify your welders to meet those high standards. Taking these steps today is the only way to save your business from the devastating consequences of weld failure tomorrow. It's about improving your welding economics by avoiding costly problems. So ask yourself, are you doing everything within your power to prevent costly failures? Maybe a failure in your welded product does not present a danger to human life, or even a costly lawsuit, but can it result in an unhappy customer? We urge you to take a step back and follow the recommendations that were just laid out. It will pay huge dividends. If you found this information valuable, please like this video, comment with your biggest welding challenge so we can provide recommendations, and subscribe to our channel for more accurate, fact-based information on diverse welding topics. Want to expand your knowledge even further? We've got free resources and advanced technical guides waiting for you. Click the first link in the description below to visit our free resources page and download your free guides today. And for those ready to streamline their operations, check out our store for pre-qualified welding procedures, comprehensive guides for developing welding procedures, or learn how to troubleshoot all sorts of welding problems and other essential tools. Don't leave your weld quality to chance.